Hey guys, so today's video is super exciting for me. I mentioned it in my last video that I was contemplating doing this, and I decided to go ahead and just film it only a couple days after posting that video, so I really didn't wait for a response, so I'm sorry if you guys really don't want to see this. But I decided to go ahead and show you guys my tips for prom dress shopping. So if you guys haven't already heard this in my past videos, I'm a senior in high school, and with that in my school district comes prom. So I do not have a junior prom at my school, but I did go one other time, so I'm a little more experienced. And if you guys also don't know, I work at a dress store where we sell prom dresses and special occasion dresses. So I have been in the swing of everyone's prom around where I live. So I've helped girls from dozens of schools who all do different types of proms and things like that. So I thought I'd go ahead and share my tips for looking for your prom dress and for finding the perfect dress for you. And I thought that I'd share this with you guys. I did go to prom 2 years ago, so I do have this picture of me and my boyfriend at prom, and hopefully he won't kill me for putting this in. But yeah, so that is me at prom 2 years ago, and that was my dress. It was just a high neck dress. I'll try and insert a picture somewhere in this video. And yeah, so I'm not going to show you guys my prom dress for this year now. I know that I did talk about it. I think in the last video I said that I got my dress ready, but yeah, so it is really exciting, and I think I will include that in a video much later. My prom is not until June, so I was just very proactive in getting my dress, but I wanted to go ahead and make this video for anyone else who wanted to go ahead and purchase their prom dress. I will say that the reason I'm starting this early is because I know that certain designers, when they make their dresses, you have to, if you want to special order them in your size, that way you don't have to get them tailored, then you have to order them about 4 to 6 months in advance. So for someone with a prom like me in June, if you start a little bit later, you won't be able to order your dress. So I do want to go ahead and give that warning. I know that a lot of schools do it in May, so now would really be the perfect time to start prom dress shopping if you haven't already. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my tips, and I believe I have 7 of them, and they're on this handy dandy little notepad that I have. So tip number 1 is to search dresses before you go to a store or a boutique. So I recommend going online, looking through different dresses, looking through past people's photos on Facebook, finding the color that you'd want, a type of style that you want, and when I say style, I mean short or long or high-low or something with lighter, something flowy, empire waist, that was called empire waist, an empire waist or a fitted dress, something with a slit, something with straps, strapless, that kind of thing, going through your checklist and knowing what you do and you don't want. And also knowing if you want to do trends like lace, which is really big this year, and the color of the year is emerald. So if you guys want to do something like that, then I would always think of that. And know if you want to do prints or not, because that is a big thing that you have to know ahead of time. And then you want to know if there are any designers that really connect with your style, because there are certain designers that I know that I am personally a fan of and designers that I'm not as big of a fan of. Like, I personally favor Tarani and Sherry Hill. That is who I really loved going into this, and they're just kind of the bigger names around my area of the country. But of course there's brands like Giovanni and Tony Bowles and La Femme and so many different ones. So you guys obviously know about that if you're looking for prom dresses. And if I haven't said this before, I'm sorry if this video doesn't apply to you. But if it doesn't, then you guys can always come back when you are looking for prom dresses, or use this just for a special occasion dress in general. And then the last thing that you really want to know when you're looking beforehand is know what fabrics you really love and what fabrics you don't. So that kind of ties in with the lace, but you want to know fabrics, especially like jersey fabric. It doesn't suit a lot of people, I know. Personally, doesn't flatter me. And certain kinds of silk might be a little tight and hug you in places that you don't want to be noticed. So definitely keep that in mind before you go looking. Of course, you can try on dresses in that fabric. I wouldn't let that deter you, but you should definitely keep it in mind. Now, the second tip that I have is go to a store where you know that the people are honest and well known. So I would go to a store that you know has been doing the business for a very long time, that is very well known in your area, and that you know has people that are very trustworthy. If the people If you walk into a boutique and the people are not helping you, just don't waste your time. It is a lot easier to find a dress when someone's helping you and when you feel comfortable with them and know that they're going to give you an opinion that matters. When I give girls advice on their dresses, I always try to interact with them. Sorry, my dog's in the background. I always try to interact with them and get to know what they want. And if your salesperson isn't doing that for you, then they're not doing their job. And you can go someplace where the person is going to be a little more helpful and really help you find the best gown for you. So the third tip is leave your friends and your phone at home. There is no reason to bring a friend into a dress store with you, especially for something as big as prom, where you want to stand out and you want to be special. You might think that your friend's going to give you the best opinion. They could be your best friend in the world, but when it comes to finding dresses, for some reason, girls get a little bit catty and they might not really say what they mean, and they might just be jealous of something that you look in, or they could hurt your feelings very easily. So I would recommend leaving them at home and leave your cell phone at home. This way you can really focus on finding a good dress. And my dog is leaving my room. Hold on one second. I guess he didn't like listening to me talk that much. So anyway, as I was saying, I would leave your friends and your phone at home, because, especially your phone, because you really don't need to be texting during it. You don't want to be sending anyone pictures of the dress that you chose. That'll just give them ideas before you actually buy your dress. And you just kind of want to be really focused and living in the moment when you're finding your dress. That way you can really feel everything when you're looking at a dress and thinking about how it feels on you. Now, question. Tip number 4, I thought I was doing a tag there for a second. Tip number 4 is bring everyone that needs to make the decision with you and no one else. So this kind of ties in with the friend thing. If you're going to bring family members, don't bring the whole coffee clutch. Don't bring your aunt and your grandma and your sister's cousin. It's a prom dress. It's not a wedding dress, but even if it were for a wedding dress, just keep the people that need to make the decision with you, and someone like your mom and your sister. Maybe that's what I did. And just ask them their opinion, because you do need them to say okay to buy the dress. And you do normally want to make that decision with someone, but you do also want to bring them every time that you go looking for dresses, because if you do find the dress that you want, say the first time that you go out and you were never expecting to find it, and that is definitely 100% your dress, you don't want to lose out on it just because you didn't bring someone with you, and then the next day someone from your school goes in, buys the dress, and you lost out. And I've seen a lot of girls fall in this category at the store that I work at, and it's just really sad to see it happen, because then they obviously don't want the dress because someone else bought it. But just don't bring the other people. They'll be very distracting. They'll keep pulling dresses for you that you don't want to try on, and you don't want to hurt their feelings by not trying on. So it's just a lot easier if you only bring the people that really need to be there. Now, tip number 5 is be open to all dresses that someone pulls for you, and keep in mind that something on the hanger might not look that great, but it could really be amazing. And I found that a lot when I pull a dress for someone in my store. It might look hideous on the hanger and they don't want to try it on, but when I tell them that it looks amazing, it really looks amazing. So definitely trust people. But if it doesn't look good on you, take it off, move on, and it's not the end of the world. You're there to try on dresses and to get a feel for things, and you should definitely enjoy every second of it. But also just remember that while you're in the store, if you pull different dresses, don't always judge them by the hanger. If you like one thing about it, it's worth trying on, and if you don't like it, then you just move on and it's not a big deal. Just if you go in too narrow-minded, you might not try on anything at all, and then you might miss out on some really great finds. And I know that some of the dresses that I've worn in the past, like my old prom dress and my Sweet 16 dress, I didn't like them on the hanger, but I ended up loving them on me. So tip number 6 is have a set budget and tell whoever is helping you how much you are willing to spend. A lot of the times girls will come into my store and not give me a price range, and so I'll start pulling $600 dresses, $700 dresses, and of course I'll pull like the lower end dresses too, but I just happen to grab ones that are more expensive because that's what I find fits their style. And it's not until after they found the perfect dress that they say, I don't want to spend this much. And of course there's nothing wrong with that at all. I went shopping for my dress with a budget in mind, but you do have to remember that if you don't tell someone your budget, they're not going to pull dresses necessarily that are in your budget. And if you end up falling in love with a dress, there's nothing that they could do about it. and you'll just be really upset afterwards. So it's better to prevent that and just know what your budget is, stick by it, and don't be afraid to tell anyone that's helping you how much you're willing to spend, because it'll only help you in the end. And the last tip number 7, is don't keep looking once you found your dress. Once you found your dress, you'll know it. You'll have an amazing aha moment. For some people like me, you do a little dance in it and you'll know, because you won't want to take the dress off. You'll want to try it on with shoes and earrings and bags and everything all at once, and you'll just know. So don't get sucked into buying a dress, because you will really get that feeling that it's perfect for you. But ooh, sorry about my computer. But just remember that after you've found your dress, after you've posted in your school's Facebook group, for example, or you show people, or you put a deposit on the dress at the store, or you even buy it and walk out with it, don't keep looking, because it'll only kind of aggravate you and make you think that you might have missed out on something better, which obviously isn't the case, because you really loved your dress when you bought it. So just skip the other websites, skip the other girls' dresses, and just remember that your dress is going to be amazing because you picked it out for you, and it is amazing for you and looks good on you. So don't let anyone else change your mind. That is it for this video. I hope that you guys like it. If you guys want to see more videos like this, tell me in the comments below, and be sure to like this video. I think that you guys kind of like my little tips and tricks videos, because my Black Friday one did very well this year and last year. Ooh, sorry, my lights are flickering because my heater's on in my room and that turns lights off. But yeah, so if you guys like these kind of videos, let me know, and let me know what else I can show you. And if you guys want to see more videos concerning prom, definitely comment down below, and I will do tons of videos for that, because I am going to prom this year. So that is it. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!